verdict is vengeance, a vendetta held as a votive not in vain, for the value and veracity of such shall one day vindicate the vigilant.
Hello FPL managers, yes, we're back again with another video for the Fantasy Premier League 2021-22 season. It's the Game Week 13 preview. We're going to take a look at how well we did in Game Week 12. Disclaimer, not very well. We did quite terribly. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong for our team. We're going to take a look at that, and as well our transfer plans, our team selection for Game Week 13, as well as our prediction league picks for Game Week 13. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and definitely like the video. It's the only way the YouTube algorithm knows that our young channel even exists. Let's get straight into business. So this is how we set up for Game Week 12, with Mendy in goal, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Livramento and Mankilo in defense. And our score was quite terrible, thanks mostly to how bad our defense looks. In midfield, we went with Rafinha, Son, Jota and Salah, who was our captain. And our forwards were Wilson, Antonio and Jimenez. Mankilo eventually didn't play the game against Brentford, so that ensured that he dropped to the bench, and Ben White came in, who faced Liverpool, and thanks to his 4 goals conceded, he brought in no points at all. Livramento only had the solitary point, but thankfully Mendy came in with a clean sheet, and Trent Alexander-Arnold brought in 15 points. That was quite good. Our transfer in of Son and Wilson did not yield good results, because Son blanked as well as Wilson. He only came in with 1 point. Rafinha didn't feature against Tottenham, so that ensured that Alan came in with just appearance points, 2 points. Jota, we decided to stick with Jota and not sell him for Son, so that got us 8 points because he scored against Arsenal, so that's good. Jimenez continues to impress. He scored once again for Wolves in their game against West Ham. We did not expect that, but we definitely welcome it. Antonio also blanked, just brought in 2 points, so that brought us to a total of 61 points, thanks to our hit which we took. That leaves us at just around the average point score of 57. So our rank has doubled, unsurprisingly, from 86k to 155k. So we're gonna have to try and get ourselves back to where we belong, and our transfers hopefully will help us achieve that. Game Week 12 prediction league picks, we went with Kane, who was coming up against Leeds at home. Gallagher, Shaw and Tsimikas, who was debuting for the injured Robertson, and Gallagher got us an assist, so that's good, and Tsimikas got a clean sheet against Arsenal, also good. But Shaw and Kane did not do well at all, and that was quite a shocker. I was expecting Kane to do well after the international break. He scored 7 goals after playing 2 games, so I was hoping that he was going to transfer that form to the league. That did not happen. A lot of managers captained him, and they did not enjoy points from Harry Kane. As for Shaw, it was surprising to see Manchester United concede 4 goals against Watford, and consequently Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has stepped down from the Manchester United manager's post. Michael Carrick has taken over, and he's already handled his first Manchester United game, beating Villarreal 2 goals to nothing, so that might bode well for Manchester United. They face Chelsea away from home, and I don't expect them to win that game. They may be able to score, but I don't see them beating Chelsea. I don't even see them taking a point from that game. They didn't play too well against Villarreal, even though they won, so I don't expect them to give Chelsea too much of a problem. So that's our prediction league picks for Game Week 12. Only 2 of them turned out to be good, so that's just 1 point on the table. That moved us from 17 to 18 points on the prediction league table. Hopefully our next picks would get us a W or win. That will take us to 21 points, closer to the top 4. But for Game Week 13, we've decided to go with Salah, who's facing Southampton at home. Smith Rowe is facing Newcastle at home. He's our mid-range attacking pick. As for our premium defensive pick, we went with Reece James, and our budget defender would be Henry from Brentford. He's facing Everton at home, and I expect them to get a clean sheet because Everton are losing attacking assets a lot now. They lost Gray to injury in the last game, and Richarlison, he picked up a fifth yellow card for the season, and that would ensure that he misses the Brentford game away. So I expect that Brentford will be able to keep a clean sheet, or at least I hope that they do, and that would bode well for our prediction league. So that's the picks for game week 13. Salah, Smith Rowe, James and Henry of Brentford, and hopefully that will get us a good result. As for our transfer plans, we initially were thinking about taking out Edouard Mendy of Chelsea in game week 13 and to bring in either Ramsdale or Guaita, but seeing how game week 12 went and our defense looking very shaky, really doesn't bode well for us if we continue with this setup. We're gonna go with Ramsdale and Ben White in game week 13, but seeing Newcastle score 3 goals in their first game under Eddie Howe, they may be quite a handful for Arsenal. Arsenal are expected to win that game, but it might not be surprising to see them concede against Newcastle. So that has me needing to change our plans, and I've decided to deal with the defensive issues now rather than hold. So I've gone and made the transfer of Reece James for Livramento. So rather than going Mendy to Ramsdale, I've gone Livramento to James. And in game week 14, more than likely I'm going to roll the transfer, and game week 14 would see Chelsea facing Watford away, so I would have James and Mendy in the defense, so that would be nice, and that's an upside to that, making that transfer now. And then maybe in game week 15 I can finally take out Mendy and bring in Ramsdale or Guaita. Okay, so that's my thinking at the moment. I need to deal with these defensive issues. The personnel I have in defense isn't encouraging, and seeing the Chelsea assets keep gaining points, my ranks are suffering, and I have to patch that as quickly as possible. Okay, so this is how the team is going to look after that transfer, with Mendy in goal. I haven't dealt with the backman issue yet. That will be done after game week 15. Would have White, James, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Williams and Mankilo, and then we would have Rafinha, Allen, Salah, Jota, Son, with Wilson, Antonio and Jimenez. Okay, so the team is going to look like this for game week 13. We would have Mendy in goal, of course, with James in defense. Trent Alexander-Arnold and Ben White would be our defense. All 4 of them are at home, which is an upside, which means that there's higher likelihood of these players getting us clean sheets. In midfield, hopefully Rafinha would be back. We have Son facing Burnley away. Jota and Salah at home to Southampton. Salah, of course, remains our captain. And then our forwards will be Wilson, who faces Arsenal, a difficult one. Antonio, another difficult one, faces Manchester City away. And then Jimenez away to Norwich, which is much better than the other 2. Okay, so this is the team we're going to go with. We're going to make Allen our first sub. He's facing Brentford. And then we have Williams, who faces Wolves, and Mankilo, who faces Arsenal. Backman, of course, will stay on the bench. Okay, so this is our team selection for game week 13. Salah, of course, our captain. I'm hoping that this will get us the points we need to start getting back into that top 100k, start getting the green arrows. Knowing that a lot of managers own Chilwell, his injury in midweek would encourage a lot of managers to take hits, which would help our rank even more. Okay, so this is the setup and this is the plan for game week 13. Like I said, we plan to roll the transfer in game week 14 and then use 2 transfers in game week 15 to solve some of our attacking and midfield issues. Was thinking about getting Gabriel Jesus in game week 15 and probably downgrading Mendy to Ramsdale as well, but if I don't have the funds for Gabriel Jesus, then most likely Oli Watkins could come in. He scored the solitary goal in the Villa game at the weekend, so he may be coming back into form thanks to the new manager bounce with Gerrard, the new manager at Aston Villa. So I'm hoping that I can afford Gabriel Jesus. If I don't have the funds, then Watkins comes into play. But another player that I'm really considering for game week 15 is Bernardo Silva. Just in case I can't afford Gabriel Jesus by game week 15, then Bernardo Silva will be an easy way into that Manchester City attack. It's very likely that he's going to see a lot of minutes, especially during the festive periods, because of how many positions he can take up in that midfield stroke forward position. Sometimes he even plays as a false 9. So Bernardo Silva is someone I'm keeping my eyes on, and just in case I can't afford Gabriel Jesus or I might need some funds to upgrade some other positions, then he's going to come into our team. Just a quick heads up, as from game week 14, EPL games are going to be coming in thick and fast, so you might want to keep an eye out and adjust your plans for that, because the recovery period for players and even FPL managers is going to be quite short. Okay, and another thing is a lot of players are on 4 yellow cards, and picking up a 5th one would ensure that they miss the games after that. For example, Richarlison, who picked up a 5th yellow card in the last game in game week 12, is going to be missing the Brentford game in game week 13. Okay, so these are some of the things you might want to keep your eyes on. All that's left now is for me to say good luck for your game week 13. Have fun, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Just to make this.